I started investing in real estate in '95 when I was 18, and I started making a lot of money. So much money that my business became the bigger priority, and my relationship with God just got further and further and further away. I was so backslidden. Well, as you recall, in 2001, the economy was just tanking. And so the administration dropped interest rates to near zero. And the real estate market went crazy. And access to funding became so readily accessible. I could go out and buy single-family homes, and I started buying duplexes and triplexes and multifamily buildings and started constructing luxury homes, $20 million luxury homes. It was just such a euphoric high. Money was so easy. So many deals were available. The success of my company at that time was astronomical, at least on paper. And I just got caught up in it. In 2007, as the market was shifting, I could tell, there was a sense that I had it was shifting, but I didn't think it was going to shift so dramatically. And so I didn't make any changes to my operations, to my operational overhead, to my costs. I just kept plowing forward. And the reason that I didn't make quick adjustments as I was seeing the market shifting is I wanted to continue the facade of success. I felt rich, so I had the Midas touch. I didn't need God. I needed to keep my God, which was money, which was mammon, which was success. And when God took that away, He was the only thing I had left. In late 2007, 2008, as all of our available lines of credit had dried up, banks were no longer honoring construction loans, and many of our tenants had even stopped paying their rents, we had no income. And in one day, I had to lay off 65 employees out of 69. When I look back to the market of 2007 and 2008 and compare it to what I'm seeing in the market today, there's a lot of similarities. I'm seeing more properties going up for sale, with interest rates rising and capital and loans getting harder and harder for people to obtain. There's a feeling of desperation in the air. But I didn't know then what I know now, and I'm responding very differently to it as a result. Everything we do today is tied to generating profits so that we can feed the ministry, because God is the CEO of this organization, and that's what's important to me today. In 2007, it was not, and that's the main difference. One of the biggest things that we were doing in the 2000s is we were running the company heavily in debt. But fast forward to today, as we made God the CEO, we know from Scripture that God is not a big fan of debt. And so we have ran this business on cash. And our philosophy has become, if we don't have the cash for it, God doesn't think we need it. One of my favorite statements, God's will, God's bill. So we don't take debt, we don't take lines of credit. And if we don't have the profits to invest in the new opportunity or the new piece of equipment, we don't buy it. In a recessionary downturn where we're seeing revenues declining, we're going to have to make some difficult decisions. And as I look around at what's going on in the market, what's going on in my individual business, God guides, God provides. And what He's providing is the provision we need to run the company that He wants us to run. And I have tremendous peace in knowing if sales numbers are declining, God's in control. If we're having to lay off and get smaller, God's in control. It's His business, and I'm merely a steward of what He wants me to do.